Welcome everybody to Two Man Power Trip, the Black Man's Thought and the Nerd Lifestyle. I'm Nicholas, Mr. Go with the Flow.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
And we're back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. What's up, co-host?
What's good, bro? What's good?
Big Zilla in the 5'3", Illa from Tokyo, Black Anime Podcast number 202 in the building. What's up?
Broski.
Has it not been a couple of days? Let's get into it with
Yes,
some
it has.
vibe, guys. Let's step back and go straight into, I guess we can look back on Mania Weekend, going straight into that now.
Yeah, Mania Weekend was good.
Yeah, it was good seeing all the folks and stuff.
Yeah, got to hang out. Night one was interesting.
Night one was definitely interesting. Honestly, the whole WrestleMania in general kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, so.
Yeah, some ups and some downs and some shit.
Yeah, some good parts, some questionable parts. It was some what the parts.
Yeah, pretty much all the feelings you get out of WrestleMania out of that for sure.
Well, one thing is that you left with some type of feeling one way or the other.
Oh, definitely. It was definitely thinking something. It was definitely not without talking about it for sure.
Yeah, you definitely felt something after that show.
Yeah, between that and the gravity of just wrestling and the time of being out there in Vegas with the folk and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, shit feels like we feeling the residuals of that shit for sure right now.
Yeah, for real.
Shit is strange. But beside that, how was your week? How's your work weekend stuff?
The work week was fine. I've been getting jumped by pollen all week, so.
Same here. Good God.
So beyond, like I said, work has been work. It's been fine. We're shifting stuff, so I've just been busy. But other than that, there's been more fighting off the pollen than anything else.
Yeah, that's the ultimate enemy too. Even when you get like a 5-second breath, you feel like you breathe another thing in, and that shit comes in attacking in full force. And it's not just like one breath; it feels like it's infecting your whole like throat system and shit like that. Like, goddamn, it is crazy. Nah, bro, the pollen kicked off another level. It's that time of year when the super pollen be showing up, and it's like, oh, you thought you could deal with us before, attacking the eyes, attacking the throat, attacking everything under the sun, man.
Super pollen is here. I was like, oh shit.
Hey, man, it's nothing scarier than when I go home for lunch and I walk and all I see is the cars filled with it. It's on the ground. It's all around. I'm like, bro, it's gonna be a murder's road. They really jumping us out here.
I had to vacuum up my car this morning. I was like,
hell yeah, I could just imagine, man. That shit was looking green like Mucinex.
Yeah, I let my sister. I let my sister the car yesterday. Oh hell no!
Jeez. Facts, man. On the car, inside the car, like it's crazy, man. It's gonna trap you one way or another. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, it was like it's all on the driver's seat floor. I was like,
insane.
Oh, no,
that is terrible. Driving with all that shit sounds like the worst case scenario, man.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, we not doing this.
Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely the fuck not. Jeesh, man. But yeah, on my side, pretty much the same thing. Supervisor is out. So I'm getting my stuff done for the most part, but it's like, yo, fighting this pollen is crazy, man. But that shit wild. But anyways, that clears up vibe, guys, for this week. We can shift over to our off the cuff discussions of this week. And a quick
that was it?
Yeah, no, bro, nothing. Like I said, it was a chill, nothing much. It's legit just fighting the pollen this week.
We're not gonna talk about our adventure back up there to the Bronx.
Oh, the drive out?
Yes, and this fight with these Switch 2 pre-orders.
Oh no, that's gonna come into it. Oh no, I have it written down. Don't worry, we're gonna get to that. Remember, there was more that happened this week, but we talked about it in the Nerd and Reboot section.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
But kicking off into the off the cuff discussion. We can talk about it real quick. Just a small two-parter. Are you currently reading any comics?
No.
Okay. And with that, do you have a favorite comic book to memory that you enjoyed?
Oh, you know what? I actually don't, because growing I really wasn't a big comic head. I didn't get into that until.
But do you have any to mind that you like? You remember a story from a comic book that was like, yo, this shit got me hooked or something?
Like I said, if anything, it would probably be the X-Men comics. That's probably like first when I got it.
Like what, the OGs?
Yeah. So they're I have little pockets of memory of those that stick out in my head.
Understandable. I mean, hey, I got late in the comic book game as well, but I read all my shit is online straight through. I said the current one I read on and off is the main three of the absolute universe when it comes to either Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman. They be doing some extra shit in that. Their whole story is turned upside down. Some of the Batman villains be looking like eldritch horror villains and shit like that. Whatever the hell they've done to them folk in Gotham, they got the booger sugar sauce, man. They looking crazy, especially like Mr. Frost and shit like that. Those shit look like demons.
I think I know about Batman. He got a plan for everybody.
Oh, facts. I mean, in the absolute universe, homie uses that like bat symbol as an axe. So homie ready with whatever maneuver. He don't even got money this time. He just a working blue collar man with a whole bunch of weapons and be kicking kids.
He's like the Hulk is wild.
Facts. That nigga built like a Hulk buster.
Hulk. Here we go, Hulk. Okay, we playing for him. Hold on.
Yep. Let me check the H section.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
Thanks. Or he don't check the H section. He gotta remember it's not Hulk, it's the Hulk. So he gotta go to the T section. I got it. Reverse Gamma. Got it.
Okay, say that.
But yeah, my favorite comic book to memory that I enjoyed reading was all the majority of stuff they wanted to add into the Boom Studios Power Ranger stuff that they had for a while. We got Draken out of that. We got like the Shattered Grid stuff. It was fun. It was nice seeing all the Rangers come together and shit like that. It came all really nice, and then they continued on, and they're still continuing on and stuff. And sometimes like the Power Ranger comic fell into the same issue that like most modern Power Ranger shit always deal with, and that's we can't move past Mighty Morphin to save our life. Like we spent so long in Mighty Morphin, and even though they like collab with other teams, we always focus on the Mighty Morphin. They just sits on that shit for like the longest time.
We are in the Mighty Morphin version.
Yep, and hopefully Hasbro and Netflix and Disney Plus learn something different. I don't know. Start with Zeo. Start with something. Create something. Just do something. We for the love of God, please. If I hear Go-Go remix again, please no. I can't do two Go-Go remixes. Two new Go-Go remixes. I can't do it, man.
Like I said, I love my OGs, but come on, guys.
Bro, we've milked the OGs. The OGs been dry. They've been beyond dry, bro. They sick. They tired. They can't get up. It's done. Y'all sold off all the property anyway. I can't even go back.
Oh my God. I still can't believe they did that.
Listen, man. Hasbro said, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about nothing. We just gonna do it from scratch. If the Power Rangers come out looking like Transformers, then here you go. That's all we got.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But nonetheless, let's get into some nerd and reboot news for this week. So into this third segment, I want to start off our nerd/reboot news with our thoughts and try and be, I guess, as non-spoiler as we can. But this week, we got to enjoy a great movie by Ryan Coogler himself. We got to go see Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, the whole crew, and all that shit.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Co-host. Four of us.
Yeah.
Okay, Captain in the Cove.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that make about some shit. And then Lily was there out there in spirit because she was seeing the movie. She went to the place that we originally were supposed to go to, but she went
in IMAX.
She saw it in IMAX 70mm at the Lincoln Square, but she went at like 4. I think she saw the 4:30 showing.
Yeah, I still want to see it in it.
Me too. Holy shit! And now they giving out the little what is it? They give you the souvenir center thing where you get to look into it and shit like that. Like bro, son, that everybody talking about how good that shit look in there, and that shit give a different feeling.
See it.
Like, bro, after that, man, I'm telling you, the last 2 days, not this morning, yesterday, I ran the full. I saw a YouTube a 46 video playlist on the soundtrack. I was just listening to the soundtrack all throughout my workday yesterday, and then I ran the 10 favorite tracks on up this morning. Man, son, the music got a chokehold on me for sure.
And my sister's going to see it tomorrow.
Ooh, that's the reactions are coming back to that. That shit go crazy.
Yeah,
now put that shit in the Gems Hall of Fame of 2025 for sure, because that was some absolute fire right there.
Right?
That movie
was good.
That movie between not only action but the freak of leaks. The lines of the century of the movies, just in general, that shit was funny. That shit was erotic. That shit was crazy. That shit was fire. It got people speaking this shit that I ain't never thought they could say some shit. Had me floored in the damn. Had me keep you floored in the motherfucker. Like, yeah, that shit's crazy. That shit's, yeah, man, that is absolute good. Only thing I can tell about that movie is go see that shit more than once because that shit was fire. Put that shit up. That shit's so good. I want to see that shit in the theater again. And then after all is said and done, I can't wait till that shit hit streaming because I know that shit hitting HBO Max. And for all my peoples that can't go to the theater, once that shit hit Max, that shit gonna get run up.
Yep.
That shit definitely getting run up on VOD and streaming. That shit going crazy.
Yeah, for real.
Woo! That shit, that music alone, man. That shit is, and did you know the dude who played Preacher Boy? That dude Milton, he from Brooklyn.
Did I know that?
Yo, he a young cat from Brooklyn, bro. That shit crazy. And that was his first movie. I think he was discovered by the musician girl, her. She was the one that recommended
that
him.
wouldn't surprise me. Okay.
Yeah, he said her recommended him for the movie, and then he got set up and shit like that. And this is his first movie. He a musical prodigy. All them songs was his. Oh boy, son, listen. I say this movie got top 2 scenes that will change a generation. Like, we'll be looking back at 2025 for that movie just for like 2 specific scenes straight off that is gonna probably live in like friggin' cinema history and shit like that. For sure. For fucking sure. You could feel it in the moment when you was watching that movie. When you saw them damn scenes, you was like, oh, wait a minute. This some great this shit. Yep. Shit was good. That music in that movie sprinkled that crack in that shit because you want more. Yep. All right. So away from Sinners, we also dealt with something else this week, specifically yesterday and today. So let's talk about it. The Switch 2 pre-order disasters. Go ahead, take it away, Magic Man.
I guess you should take it away first.
Me? The fuck? Somebody worked their magic and caught 3. I only caught the 3 cases. Well, all y'all need to know is the Blerd By Dream team is working here and they're working hard. Cause I'm telling y'all right now, boy, we was linked at the same time, working the same hole, getting at the same time and shit like that. We had it all good. You even double had me check over and shit like that. I signed into all of my stuff. I even re-signed up and signed into all of my shit. So I signed into Best Buy. They said so they said at 12 a.m. shit was gonna drop for Best Buy, Target, and Walmart. Had that shit all open. It was signed in for everything. Everything was all fixated and set and shit like that. And the second 12 hit, logged up into all them bitches. I was in line instantly for I think Walmart. The nigga who everybody was dropping memes about that shit that happened for Best Buy. Best Buy, the nigga who was supposed to open up the pre-order was asleep at the wheel. I think that nigga took an extra 30 minutes just for shit like that because everybody else was open. And then you go back to Best Buy and they like, nah, son, I think we closed. And I honestly thought at first when I went into Best Buy and they wasn't open, I was like, bro, no way these niggas sold out already before they even opened anything. I thought for a hot minute they was going excommunicado. So I'm in the line at Walmart and then Target was a no-go from rip. Like, they went 1 minute in. I clicked into Target. That shit said sold out. What? Bro, how did you do this? So I was like, this is serious business.
Yeah. So, like I said, I started with Target as well. So my sister be trying.
Yep.
Was able to get it into our carts, but couldn't check out. They kept pressing the button. Eventually, I got in and was able to get my order. Sister, not so much.
And that was me on Walmart shit. I was waiting for dumb long. We was talking back and forth to see how we was dealing shit like that. When I finally got into Target was playing the hoodoo stuff, so they shit was completely out. Like second snap, Thanos snapped that shit away, and then in the midst of that, I'm playing around. I'm like, yo, Best Buy playing around. All right, they probably not opening their shit up. I logged back into Best Buy. They finally opened their pre-order. I said, oh shit, hop back into that line. So I got that shit on hold. Then eventually, the freaking Walmart said, all right, let's open up the packages. I finally get up. I finally go, and I put that shit in my cart. I rush all the way in, put all my numbers and cards, everything all shipping, get ready to go. I think I got this shit in the bag. I got this secured. I go to check out. They said, nope, that shit swiped right out the bag. And I was like, what you mean swiped out the bag? I checked back in the bag a couple of times. Shit back in the bag, swiped out the bag. They hipping. They hopping, they hipping, they hopping, they hipping me out, they hopping me out constantly and shit like that. And I'm like, yo, this shit is disappearing from my cart and then reappearing in my cart. I have phantom cart syndrome. I don't know what's going on. And then I keep trying to check it out. It keeps letting me go further and further each time. And I check out. They said, not psych sucker. throw your ass right back out. She was a mess, man.
While this is going on, I'm in the line at Walmart, but I'm also trying to help my sister get her to Target. Target, they even took it out of her card. I was like, okay.
Bullshit.
So at that point, after Target, we going over to Walmart. So we both still in line, right? So eventually I get in to Target. Well, I guess I'm getting this one too.
Yep.
I pressed the Walmart thing. The Walmart thing went through. Sis, still in the line, still fighting. It ain't happening.
Same here.
It ain't happening. Now, all the time I'm talking to calls, I'm like, yeah, I got one for Target, right? That's one, right? Got the one for Walmart, that's two. All right, here we go to Best Buy. All right, here we go. Go for the trifecta. In the Best Buy, I got the Best Buy app open. I got the website open. I got an incognito tab open. We sit over here. We trying. Eventually, the pre-order link come through. I get there. Okay, I'm good. I'm good to check out. Go check out. Type my credit card. Say my credit card is wrong. I was like, huh? Type it again. Look at the card. I was like, oh. And then I look at the card. I'm like, because I have a Best Buy credit card. I'm like, this the old card.
Oh nah.
Oh shit! So not you. I don't use my Best Buy credit card. So I was like, where's the new card? So I'm like, the hell with this PayPal. I don't know where that card. I gotta call Best Buy tomorrow because I don't ever think they sent it or it got lost in the mail or something because I ain't never get it.
That's crazy though. Like this is what happens just out of left field and shit like that. Like you had time to refix your shit before that shit disappeared. That's a stroke of amazingness right there.
Yep. So I did the PayPal. Went on through. So I got the third one. I was like, okay, I got all three.
All right, he secured. He was the magic man of the night because he somehow secured all three for all three of us and the pieces and shit like that. And I still don't know how the hell that shit happened because niggas couldn't scrounge around to get to one. And it was so funny watching the tweets today after I saw like majority of mad famous niggas who always online doing gaming content and shit like that. They all missing out on the Switch. And I was like, bro, it was a serious game for all of us, eh?
Yeah, mind you, Cole's and sisters are still in the queue.
Yup, fighting the line, fighting the ninjas, throwing them around and shit like that.
And then, then we got the morning and GameStop.
Yeah. So now the GameStop battle starts rumbling. So in the GameStop system, and instantly, since GameStop is the last one left and everybody playing the whatever the hell's going on, it said 11 o'clock, GameStop gonna open with the maneuvers. 11 o'clock on the dot. My alarm ring. I'm in the line. I'm in GameStop. I open that shit up and I refresh to go into it for the 11 o'clock. Shit instantly crashed. Yeah, bad gateway. Everything said shut down.
So GameStop was just an F up across all levels. Heard 30. They opened up the pre-orders early, about 30 minutes on the mobile app, so people was probably getting it at 10:30.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, at this point, I'm only there to make my maneuvers to make sure I get these cases and shit like that. So I go in there after they finally refixed up the friggin' website and shit like that. But I go in there and the cases say it's sold out. No more left. No cases. I said, oh shit. All right. So I'm gonna go with the backup plan. I'm gonna head back over to Target. Put that shit in. Let's see what's gonna pop up. Target pop up. Target say they got cases, but it's only 2 cases. I said, oh shit. All right. So 2 cases. I'm really about to hit you up. I'm about to tell you, oh shit. I don't know if I can maneuver 3 cases because nobody's selling it. They give a quantity. They only give it 2 cases. I said, all right, shit. I'll make this work. And then in the midst of that, I check over to GameStop. GameStop finally re-ups their shit. And the case said, all right, you could get a case, but you can only get 1 case, but it's at an extra price because they adding all these extra fees on top of that shit. So I said, all right, fuck that ass. Like literally, I compared it back to back on each side. I was like, oh, I see how y'all doing this shit. All right, whatever. So I get to working. All right, I bought that. I secured the first one. That's the expensive ass one on GameStop. All right, got the first one out the way. All right, I hop over to Target. They still got 2 cases coming in the basket. All right, I'm gonna make the maneuvers, fix over that. Bam, boopity, bam. Bam. All right. I bought all that shit and I secured the 3 cases for you, me, and your sister right there. So we all complete with bundles, Mario Kart, Switch 2, and the cases. We maneuvered the dream team, got all the fixing.
Yeah, so I'm over here cracking up. So at this point, I'm in the GameStop thing just for shits and giggles at this point.
Pretty much.
I managed to get it in my cart, but I could not check out.
See? I mean, like
I check out to save my life.
Pretty much that's pretty much what happened after you said you secured the 3rd one. I was all in these extra lines and I said, well, fuck it.
And eventually at some point I forgot about it. I fell asleep.
Yeah. Listen, man. We kept talking about it to the point where every answer you gave me was as delirious as the last, and I was like, yeah, I need to go to sleep too.
Yeah, like I woke back up. My computer was still at the checkout screen. Yeah, I'm pressing just some shit and see what they go to.
Listen, man, as long as we all got confirmation emails and shit like that, we Gucci. I mean, we gonna see what these Nintendo ninjas be doing, because they said, hey, man, we don't know if we could get you the fucking game consoles that y'all bought, that y'all promised us y'all wasn't gonna change no date for. They said, I don't know if we secured about doing that date, even though y'all was secure when the tariffs was coming out. But now that everybody buying the shit, they was like, shit, I didn't even think we was gonna sell that much. What you mean? You wanted these purchases or not?
That's funny. I was like, yep. I was like, okay. I was like, I got three out of 4 ain't bad.
3 perfect, man. I mean, shit. The only cases I literally could buy was only 3. So yeah, shit. We got lucky with the 3s, bro.
Yep. I was like, I scored 3 out of 4. GameStop was the only failure.
Shit, I hope my niece and nephew ain't trying to look at no switch for
shit.
Nah, buddy, that shit ain't working here. That shit ain't working over here. They better enjoy the Switch they got for now. And hell, my niece be going to Broadway plays and shit all around, so she good for now.
That's funny.
she don't even be inside, so it ain't even matter.
Oh
man, nah, that was such a thing. The memes is going off. Twitter's going crazy. The posts about it. IGN have been losing their mind today and shit like that. I know everybody on TikTok that was talking about this shit was gonna be the what they was calling you. They said this shit was gonna end up being the Wii U. That was a big fat lie. This first day sales was they said these first day sales was so crazy they already ate out the first year PS5.
Yeah, and I'm like, nah, it was gonna be no Wii U. I was like, nah, I can tell that already.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, it was so funny. I was having a conversation to explain how important this was to Kenya and how serious this shit was gonna be when I told her the price of everything that was coming together and shit like that. And I was talking to her in general about just, yo, you got to be online and you got to make sure you get this shit faster. This shit was gone. She was like, you sure you can't buy this any other day? I told her, hell no. What's the time drop? If you even consider not getting it, boy, you already too gone. It's too late. You never gonna see that shit. Anybody who missed this shit, they probably getting this shit in 2026.
Probably. You might be
I'm
lucky
telling y'all
Christmas,
right now.
Maybe.
Fuck that. Y'all probably not. Nigga, they talk the way they talking to us. They talking to us like, I don't know if we could get this shit to y'all by summer. So that's why I'm saying, if y'all put in your orders now, I don't know if y'all about to see Christmas. Y'all might see January 2026.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right about that.
Shit, I'm telling y'all right now, bro. These niggas stood 10 toes down talking about we not about to move nothing for these government tariffs. I don't care what they about to put the price on us. We're going to have the price down for y'all. We're going to keep it good. And then y'all got to pay for them expensive ass games and all that extra shit. So don't worry. We got to come into y'all where we ain't going to stand. We're going to stand 10 toes down. We ain't scared of no government. Then we started buying them shits up. They was in Japan like, holy crap. What? Oh my God. It's so crazy that fucking the creators of the games out there can't even get their own copy. That's crazy. What?
Yeah, that's why I listen. They out here sitting there.
Well, how the fuck does Sakurai, the nigga who made Super Smash Brothers, all the Super Smash Brothers, all the Kirby's, that nigga can't even get one? What? What? One. I gave you a game. Nah, I'd be heated. If I gave you Kirby and Super Smash Bros. You can't slide me a Switch too? I'm suplexing somebody. Somebody catching the German super. I'm calling Konosuke Takeshita tomorrow and finding out his dissertation about the German suplex, and I'm hitting one of you motherfuckers with that.
Oh,
I'm hitting y'all with the perfect ratio of suplex, and then I'm taking y'all Switch too. Because what y'all talking about? I can't have one. Y'all can't have my game then. What? Kirby Air Riders 2 is canceled. No. Y'all thought Super Smash Brothers Legacy was coming out? Canceled.
Listen,
y'all gonna have to explain to y'all niggas why y'all ain't getting none of them games until I get me a Switch 2.
Listen, I was cracking up on the 1-star reviews on Target.
Bro, that shit
Best Buy.
Bro, that shit was instant. I saw that shit the same night when I was in midline. I dead saw the second that shit said sold out. All I saw was the 1-star reviews. There was like 17 of them up quick. I was like, bro, they just opened this shit. How's that 17 reviews? How y'all wrote this up so fast?
Bam.
That said, fuck this, couldn't get one. 1-star. Damn.
Yep, I was like, yo.
They had maneuvers. They was posting up fake information for scalpers. Like, bro, this was a new level for the night.
Yo, this was a wild one. I thought the PS5 was bad. This was wild.
That ass, bro. Shit, that's why at the end of the day, this is why Nintendo had the whole community by their nuts, because they said they really dropped $80 games and niggas was having dissertation talking about boycott Nintendo, X, Y, and Z and shit like that. Then it became the biggest sell ever. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That shit backfired. Even though we was all talking about them prices and that shit crazy, we still ran out to get that shit, especially the bundle. I don't know how the normal one did, but niggas was working overtime to get the bundle. I don't know how we all made it through the bundle, but this nigga worked his magic and got bundles. If y'all want bundles, go call co-host. Because co-host is right now we're gonna call you #bundle man.
Listen, I'm just happy that all worked out. Yo, just thinking about how that all went. Yo.
Listen, man, them niggas, that shit crazy. All I'm gonna tell you, that shit crazy. I can't believe it.
Me neither. I'm looking at the email confirmation. I'm like, I really did this.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I say you the magic man. You did this shit. You the reason we go to DreamCon. You're the reason we had the Comic-Con tickets. Bro, son, I don't know how you work this shit all the time, but your computer and your system, when it comes to standing in line and shit like that, you get the shit done. Because every time we do this shit at the same time. I be in the same line as you is. You is like
Dave Chappelle?
1,000. That ass, bro. You is always I swear to God, if there was like a visual manifestation of how we be in line, we be running at the same time, but somehow you down the block and somehow I get stuck. I was like, what the yo, son, this shit be crazy. This shit fucking crazy, man. But nonetheless, Magic Man worked this shit. Bundles, Mr. Bundles got his shit. I Mr. Cases, you Mr. Bundles, and we got our shit. We the dream team like Shaq and Kobe. We got this shit done. We got this shit done. I am happy about this. And now I'm gonna just sit back, drink my drink. We gonna be chilling in the lawn chairs with your sister, and we just gonna watch the chaos unfold. While we go play a 3-person Mario Kart shit when that shit finally drops. We gonna go online. We gonna be in the group. We gonna be in the game chat talking shit. While niggas have the world explode. We playing Mario Kart on the Switch 2. Catch us on the Switch 2 playing Mario Kart. We're going to be living our best lives while niggas blow up the community or some shit on June 5th.
Oh, June 5th is going to be a
June 5th going to be insane. Especially if we officially all get our shit on June 5th. We're going to make maneuvers. Hold on. Let me check the calendar right now. Let me check what day June 5th is. Is that a Friday?
Let's see. God.
Let me see. June 5th. That's a Thursday.
They doing it.
All right, so officially now, June 5th will not be a recording of the podcast. So we got to make these maneuvers to get this shit. I'll be coming with the case. You'll be coming with the bundles. We're gonna make this magic happen.
Right.
Oh my God, son, this shit is this was something for sure. But yeah, yo, y'all got it, Nintendo. Y'all got all our money, but you got it. You got it for sure, bro. But nonetheless, we not gonna forget this was Switch 2 pre-order disaster day for sure.
Ooh, man. Oh, that moved my thought. I remember my thought. I was like, I kind of felt bad for GameStop.
Why?
Because it was the low one. I knew they was gonna get trashed.
Oh, bro, they fault for opening that shit up at 11 a.m. What the fuck? Why they want to be different for? There's 3 other. You at GameStop. You barely got brick and mortar surviving and shit like that. You want to be all different, putting your shit at 11 a.m. like they wasn't going 3 times crash your shit. Right, do you know how many? I think the mere fact that they spread it out a little bit at 12 a.m. is the only reason niggas got what they got.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
The second they said GameStop gonna be different, did you see the post from IGN that said Amazon is kind of quiet right now? Amazon got scared. Amazon said, "Oh shit, I don't know how to handle this."
Yeah, Amazon looked around like, "Yeah, we gonna sit this one out."
Amazon said, "Brother, catch me at Christmas. Y'all can put all them sales at Christmas because when that Black Friday hit and that Cyber Monday, we got we got whatever the fuck y'all got left for Switch 2. That's for sure."
Right,
bro. That shit was so funny. Niggas was talking about going to this website and this website and this website. Then all you see is everybody online. Where did Amazon go? Why you so quiet? You tell me Amazon, y'all ain't getting no Switches?
like I said, we spun out. We want Snow Park.
Yeah, we catch us later. With something. I don't know what we doing with that, but catch us later for sure, man. Peace. But yeah. So nonetheless, further on our other news of the day. So there was an announcement not too long ago that we gonna have a Devil May Cry on Netflix season 2. They got a big success. I think this was like one of the biggest animated/anime series that they got on Netflix. Like it's only the only thing that's bigger than this shit was Arcane, and Devil May Cry was only running for like the past, I want to say like 3 weeks. It been out, and that shit like the numbers look crazy on this shit. This shit demolished every other animated anything that's animated or anime on Netflix. Like all of them shits bow down to Devil May Cry and Arcane. They are literally like the top billing. Like Cyberpunk Edge Runners that's been out, that was animated a year, that's been in Netflix for like how long? That shit was like 1/4 the numbers that Devil May Cry was doing. Like, bro, Devil May Cry activated motherfuckers like there was no tomorrow.
Wow.
I think it's not only because of Devil May Cry's story, but it's all the millennial music they put in that shit. Once they said Evanescence was dropping a new song with that shit, and they said Limp Bizkit was doing the cover, and it was just there was Papa Roach, they was doing Trap to Headstrong, and like they was doing the 2003 roll up that there was like no tomorrow, bro. They was doing the soundtracks that was going crazy, and people wanted to watch that shit with anime and all that shit put together. That shit was making big money. Woo-hoo. So with season 2, I think with Amy Lee from Evanescence, when she dropped the new song that she dropped for the show, in the music video, they got some scenes and some animation work that they already got coming out for season 2. That was like a little teaser on that shit too, and that shit looked like they already raised up the animation budget off that shit off rip. So I'm already ready for whenever they want to drop season 2. But that shit was a big ass success for Netflix. They was happy about that. So big ups to that. Big ups. So co-host, I wanted to ask your opinion on this because I want to know if you knew if you heard about this news. So with the season 2 of Netflix's Avatar live action series that they got coming, they got the new person that they got for Toph's role, and the person described the new characterization of Toph as she said that Toph's character is gonna be more feminine and more human. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know
about that. A lot of people was saying online that they was bringing out that one episode Toph had about how she was genuinely like she wasn't the character for that, because even though like in the concept of beauty and stuff like that, she tried to wear makeup and stuff like that, but like by the end of the episode she realized that the beauty was already skin dipping, she was already beautiful and shit like that. So adding a more feminine touch to that is kind of feeling like they changing up the character. And we kind of like when we reviewed the first season, we noticed that some characterizations was muddled already. So them doing this, I don't know, man. I don't know. We gonna have to wait and see what they got cooking in that shit. Yeah. But like already, you already had that beef coming into season 1, and then we watched what happened, and some of them shits got janky, and it was just those little touches that was fucking them up as the character, shit like that. So you don't want to take a beloved, and Toph's a beloved character. Before niggas wanted to yell woke and DEI and all this other shit, Toph was the OG top blind character. Was changing the game in the world. She is still top earthbender of all time. Nobody could touch her and shit like that. And she was already like a game-changing character and just rip. And it's like, you want to touch that and you want to change that up a little bit to change up her character? It's like, yo, niggas wasn't already fucking with Korra because she was a cop in that shit. And y'all trying to fuck with her character on early times? Like, I don't know, bro. Y'all might be messing with a sacred cow there. So we gotta see, but like this shit is discouraging for folks.
Yeah, y'all was Lori Toka, and
y'all tweaking the shit too much, and that shit become a problem.
Yeah.
But watch yourself. But we gonna see what they do. But nonetheless, going on further, Batman seems to be having a new comic, and this shit got them going tokusatsu. So apparently this new Batman comic that they got, some of the cover and the artwork coming out with it looked like Batman and the rest of the Bat family is suiting up, and they got some Power Ranger inspired shit going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, apparently this Batman comic.
Batman?
Yeah, pretty much, because it looked like the Batman is suited and booted. They got the armor pieces. You got from Robin and the Nightwing and shit like that. They suited and booted, man. And they probably turned the Batwing into their own personal Megazord. So they added some tokusatsu flavor to some Batman. So I'm interested to see how that should be looking. You got that one absolute Batman that got the Eldritch Horrors, and then you got this Batman out here fighting in a robot and the Megazord and shit like that, suited up. Hopefully they give him some battle armor and shit like that. That should be fire. Fact, shit. Contingency plan be damn, bro. I'm here in the Megazord. Right. That shit. But nonetheless, also a big announcement that happened a couple of weekends back, man. They finally dropped it. A lot of people was waiting, and it's a big hype moment for everybody that's been waiting. We don't got a release date, but thankfully they got the anime coming and cooking for us. But we finally getting the part 7, the holy part. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures will be back for Steel Ball Run, and this was a manga that is so outrageously crazy and nutty that niggas have been waiting for this shit forever. To the point that niggas made their own theme music for the show and shit like that. If Sony Pictures and shit like that, if David Productions want to use that, that'd be fine as well. But like, yo, Steel Ball Run has been one of them mangas that been waiting for a crazy ass anime adaptation, and they made the announcement. And they made the announcement on the famous JoJo Day where they celebrate all the JoJo characters and shit like that. And they made that announcement. That shit was fire. Big hype is ready for everybody, ready for Steel Ball Run. So more JoJo's hitting the playing field, and you know when JoJo's out here, that should get bizarre indeed.
Yes, it does.
Yep. And on top of that, the Science Saru, the people who do Dandadan, they also said and announced that they are releasing a new Ghost in the Shell classic style anime. So this is a Ghost in the Shell show that they'll be working on, that their animation harkens to the Ghost in the Shell animation that it used to look in the 90s. So it's a clean cut, like 90s style anime adaptation in kind of done in modern style, which is cool to see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. The imagery and shit like that. If you see that shit look like it'll take you back for sure. That should look cool. Yep. Further going on. A couple of weeks ago, we had the drop of the episode, and we're going to talk further about this in detail whenever we get around to like reviewing it or checking this out further to go detailed discussion. But the Hollywood Demons show on HBO Max, their Power Ranger episode stirred up some conversation that brought up many a myriad things. But I just wanted to touch back on this specifically, and it had to do with the casting, which I think the news and the clickbait outlets and stuff like that caught it off a different kind of styling and stuff like that, because they got highlighted this point and stuff like that. And me, who watched the episode, the guy said it in jest as a joke. He wasn't like being so honest about it to the point where it should have been multiple headlines, but it's just about the race cast, the one where they admitted it wasn't on purpose, but it was an accident casting all along, where they had Trini as the Yellow Ranger and Zach as the Black Ranger, which you have a black man as a Black Ranger and an Asian woman as a Yellow Ranger. And he said it in jest that it was an accident. They weren't looking at that in that sort of way. It just fell as how it is. And we got a response from Walter about it, where he said he was answering it from the article's perspective, because they were like, oh, they made a big headline like, was it a mistake, or was it a mistake all along that this happened and stuff like that. And Walter just stood 10 toes down and said it wasn't a mistake. It was something that he was happy that he got an opportunity about it. He never thought too problematic about it at all. It's kind of the society of looking deeper into things, you know, as we do nowadays, to think of it was like X, Y, or Z and kind of different concepts. And keep it in mind that the pilot episode, Trini wasn't the first Yellow Ranger in general. It was supposed to be a Latino woman that was supposed to be So it breaks down as that as well. So it wasn't always a justification. And then he said years later, he tried the blue suit. He said he don't look good in blue. So he's happy that he's always stuck out to be the Black, because he knew he wasn't going to be the Red Ranger. So he was happy to be that. And then his foothold as the Black Ranger makes him an icon in Black legacy characters on TV. He was one of the first Black superheroes that kids could actually see and grow up to, just in general. So I'm happy that Walter got to talk about it. And I just want to know your opinions on just all that, just kind of that part in general.
That's just this era. Yeah. In the era, in the 90s when that came out, wasn't nobody thinking about that. Like at all. That was probably like the furthest thing.
Yeah.
When it came to the Ranger suit colors. One, we were just happy we saw us on screen.
Yeah.
One, the Black was just like, a happy coincidence. Like, okay.
Also, side note, I don't like this contingency that I've seen on the internet about every time people put like these are now. It was jokey at first, but now people are getting a little bit weirdly offended about it. But I've started to see since those headlines got hot, a lot of people want to be like warriors online or Twitter or something like that. And I see the post. They was like, yo, they really had a black man out here dancing before he fights and stuff like that in the Power Rangers series. I was like, y'all not about to disrespect hip hop keto, bro.
Listen, it's like you're looking for stuff that's not there. You gotta remember one, this was a different era. First and foremost.
Absolutely.
Different era. You gotta look at the context of when the show was made. Like I said, it's certain things that just there. And like I said, in that instance, like I said, we were happy to representation.
Absolutely. And you gotta start and you gotta maneuver.
That's what everybody that in that time period was focusing on. Hey, that as a kid you're looking like, oh, hey, you look.
And he was proud to be to scratch your mark and say you the first on American TV is important, man.
Yeah, no, the listen, that's part of the culture. So he's representing that. He's representing the culture. So,
absolutely, and he will always be saying like he was putting in the hard miles and shit like that, and we'll talk about this further, but like Saban definitely had them working in any kind of crazy ass conditions because they could just own these people and have them work all the nuts and shit like that. But like there was a reason why Mr. Bose left the cast and stuff like that, and after all those years later, she kind of she got her honors and her degrees and her black belts and stuff like that. But like, bro, it definitely hurts her that she left because that's a legacy you're leaving behind. Like through all the hard work and shit like that, Zach will always be synonymous with that Black Ranger shit, and he's an icon. And he didn't even complete the full Mighty Morphin as the Black Ranger. He wasn't even a Black Ranger for the damn movie, and he is always the synonymous icon with the Black Ranger.
Yeah, I still felt the way about that.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about this when we go into detail about when we review that episode in general. But yeah, they was done absolutely fucking dirty, completely, without a doubt. And that's all Saban and Fox rhyminess and all the shit. But just in general, especially when you realize he had kind of acting credits coming into this shit already, so he was already kind of a somebody starting out getting into this shit. But nonetheless, it's like, come on now.
Me as a kid fan, I always wonder what them would be like if the original 5 were in there.
Yeah, and then what it would be like if it was instead of the with the White Ranger at the time, if it was under the Green Ranger too.
That too. I'm like, it's just like, but it would be interesting. Alternate universe stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Shit.
Right now, mind you, the current 6, they did a great job.
Yeah,
Dr. Rocky, Adam, and I, great job.
Yeah, shit. I guarantee you, Steve will write that shit home. He said, I might not be the OG you remember, but I'm definitely the OG from the movie you remember.
I will never forget when Aisha in that movie, she pressed the button and the man's like, beat that button.
Man, that's iconic. That's the iconic nut shot of a century.
I was a classic Black girl, but she like, nah, hold on, let me take your business.
Boom.
I think she was probably the only one that could have pulled that off.
Listen, man,
between that
and the Ranger suits and shit like that, like, man, something else for sure. But nonetheless, y'all, the people got to realize errors and shit like that, and stop disrespecting hip hop keto. I don't like that. Zach did not put on all that work to show you that he got skills for y'all to be out here disrespecting the black man. No. So following up, fans of the Predator series, man, y'all about to eat good because we got not one but 2 major announcements of the Predator series that's coming out this year. So first we got a Predator animated series coming this year where they got the Predator going through the histories. I think it's Predator Killer of Killers. They're gonna have predators from different eras of life. So you got the Predator versus Viking, Predator versus Samurai, the Predator in plain dog fights and shit like that. Like, yo, that the animation look extra clean. It's on some Spider-Verse shit. Like, bro, I'm hyped to see that shit. That shit gonna be fire. So Predator in the animated series, and then as well, in November they gonna drop a new Predator movie, which is called Badlands, which got the Predator, and then you got the some of the xenomorphs, the robots out there and shit like that. So it looks like it's getting ready to set up another Alien versus Predator movie for future time and shit like that. So if you're a Predator fan and you enjoyed that last movie they dropped, Prey, when they was them the original Predator against the Native Americans and shit like that. If you enjoyed that shit, man, you eating well, because these motherfuckers coming in 10 toes down with this shit. I am hyped to see the animated series on Hulu, and then the movie version is gonna be in theaters. I'm definitely seeing that shit for sure. That shit look crazy. Predator fans eating good. So yeah, next on the docket we got for more announcements on shows for Netflix. The new season of Love, Death, and Robots. That's the animation anthology series with multiple different stories and stuff like that. They're supposed to be dropping a new season. I think it's coming out next month. I think about possibly like 10 new episodes with 10 new animation shorts and shit like that. Shit's always fire. I always love anthologies that test different animations and shit like that. That shit always is nice, and you want to test run what you want to go further with and shit like that. So that should be cool. We also got new visuals for Blue Eye Samurai season 2. That shit's shaping up well. I don't know if they're trying to drop that shit by the end of this year or into like early next year and shit like that. But I want the adventures of Killer Mulan to come out even further.
Killer Mulan.
Yep. We also got Iyanu, that African Cartoon Network series that's been coming out for a while. It finally dropped. It's on Max and Cartoon Network, and it's reaping in the benefits. People are watching on Max. People are watching on Cartoon Network. That's an original series. If you like a series, if you like the Avatar, if you like any like African mythology and shit like that, and the mythos and shit like that, check that shit out on Max. It's doing well. It's bigging up the African mythos and the culture and shit like that. Some of the powers that old girl got, it reminds me of the Avatar and in the Avatar state. So that shit's fire. So big ups to that. They also bringing back the feeling of good theme music and shit like that for TV shows, because that show got a slapping ass theme music. So shout outs to that as well. And last two nerd news on the docket. Right about now, it is past the 30-year anniversary of the first Goofy movie, and they dropped the documentary Not a Goof on Disney Plus. We'll recommend the hell out of that. That documentary is super good. It talks about the Goofy movie's chokehold on the Black community and why they've resonated with it so far, and just the backstory. They even animated some parts of them talking to the boss about the movie originally, and just finding out the information about how this shit was done. This shit wasn't even like done by the top tier animators at Disney. They had to outsource this to a couple of French animation studios and stuff like that to work on the movie. I think they was using like their C tier team on the movie, and some of the earlier reviews on the Goofy movie was so stupid. It definitely felt like it was for a time. Like apparently they got mad at the Goofy movie because it showed that Goofy was I think the first reviews was mad about the movie because they showed Goofy had a personality. They gave bad reviews about that movie because he even, like, the creator even talked about it. They said they talked shit about him making this movie. They said, how dare you make Goofy a good father? What? What is the good, like, they was dead in animation and people was complaining. They said you ruined Goofy for me by making him a good dad. What? Wow. You can tell where our society was. Sometimes, we definitely say it's for the errors, because they said this movie was shitty because he was a good dad and wanted to take a road trip with his son. He was like, that's not the Goofy we know. That's a terrible representation. He should be an idiot. What?
Wow.
What? That is crazy. That was dead ass the Hollywood reviews on this movie. They said it's a big waste of time. Goofy shouldn't have a personality. What? So what you supposed to do for a movie?
Right?
They was so upset about this shit. They said that because they was talking about when they released Goof Troop and shit like that, which was a C-tier animated show that was supposed to be on TV and shit like that. People was not fucking with Max, because they thought Max ruined Goofy. And then they had this movie that Max was an older person and Goofy was just being a good father trying to take him on a trip. And they said, you ruined Goofy because he's supposed to be the silly dude that ain't supposed to make it in life at all. That shit should tell you a lot about something.
Yeah, for real.
And low-key should tell you a lot about something and why certain communities resonate with something and why they trying to hold the Goof down for sure.
For real.
Shit. Goof ain't trying to go
Goof was a single father.
All right,
Goof was a single father doing his thing. You ain't see a lot of that at that time.
And they didn't want to see none of that. They wanted to see Goofy being the clown, the he not supposed to be a betterment in life. I wonder who was trying to say that, huh?
Listen, the Goof got responsibilities now.
Nah, they didn't like that. They wanted the Goof to be the clown. They wanted him to be he wanted to have the big nose, drop the glasses, scream, be the clown, man. They said, ain't fucking with that. Ain't fucking with the Goof.
Man, listen, it's the bullshit right
That's
there.
the bullshit right there. That's the bullshit right there. But nonetheless, so I wasn't too sure if we talked about this last time, but the last thing on the news docket was that reboot of the Naked Gun movie. The teaser trailer is going around, and the trailer's going around. I think it's done by the Lonely Island trio that works on SNL. With Andy Samberg and the rest of them that come on with the songs and shit like that. That teaser trailer that they dropped, like I wasn't too sure about, I will always think of Leslie Nielsen anytime they come out with the Naked Gun series. It's still, no matter, I know OJ in it, but beside all that shit, man, that shit is one of my top comedy movies of all time. That, Austin Powers, those are the movies that raise me on jokes, man, especially inappropriate and crazy jokes. So like those are always like my go-to movie in my brain. So like Naked Gun, all the Naked Gun movies always something that I hold dear. So when they said they was rebooting that shit with Liam Neeson, I said, all right, Liam is stoic and shit like that, but he shows his comedy chops, and he also got the last name like he Liam Neeson, Leslie Nielsen. I mean, it's close enough and shit like that. So I don't know, make this shit work. But like the trailer, it looked about funny and shit like that. But then there's a part at the end of the trailer that had me howling, and it was a bunch of the cops that they have their old picture up of all the old cast and shit like that, and everybody who works at the precinct is like their sons, and they all giving honor to their fathers and shit like that. Then you get down to the black man, and it's the only black man in there. Everybody giving honors to their fallen, fathers and shit like that. You got the only black man in there. He look up, and it's a picture of OJ, and he just looks at the screen, and then just goes, I cried laughing. I'm sorry, that shit sold the movie me right off rip with that shit, because obviously the first thing they had to address with Naked Gun and doing a reboot is instantly they got to talk about OJ. They got to talk about OJ. He is the cloud in the middle of all this shit in the movie and shit like that. So that's just there, and they tackled it in the trailer instantly. That shit had me crying. Instantly they got me hooked. I'm gonna definitely go see this shit whenever this shit drops. So shout outs to that.
What's up?
Yep. And with that being said, we're gonna close off the Nerd of Reboot news, and we're gonna get into the main event. It's time for the main event segment of the evening. We back on the comfy couch, and we go into a very good staple show in the community, especially if you grow up in a certain area with Disney shows and stuff like that. We got to talk about the legendary one. We talk about the number one son of a gun, the famous Jett Jackson, episode 1 and 2. But before we tackle into that, let's get into some fast facts real quick. So right off the bat, we got to give up for the history. First things first, we got to give respect to the young legend, OG and stuff like that, and gone too soon. Lee Thompson Young did his whole thing of just not only he was one of those that was early on in the black community, but everybody that worked with him knew he was something special and was going to do big works in the industry. But tragically, we lost him. He took his own life very early, and we all said we missed the gem, man. And anytime he pops up in any of those classic shows, you like, damn, son. You always think of what could have been, because he had the talents and he had the skills. And this show was definitely what put him on the map for sure.
Facts.
So this was a coming-of-age TV series, action, adventure, comedy, drama, all that stuff. 3 seasons in, 65 episodes. Disney Channel running from October 1998 to June of 2001. And also a movie that dropped in June of 2001 as well that would usher into, finalize and finish up the series just in general. Basic breakdown is it follows the story of a boy who plays a secret agent on a fictional show that he trying to just go through life, outside of that show and outside of his fame and stuff like that, just trying to be one of the normal kids and stuff like that. So, any mystery or fast facts and stuff like that you got, co-host?
No mystery and fast facts. It's not really streaming anywhere, and that's because Disney actually doesn't own the show.
Who owns the show?
The rights are a money mess. The original people,
It always is, man. Rights deals is always weird, man.
the people that did season 1 and 2, that company is long gone.
Damn.
The people
So
that,
you gotta wonder who got them.
The people that did that season 3, they were dissolved a couple years back. So the rights, who knows? That's why it's not streaming anymore.
That shit probably running in the ether. Whoever got it, I mean, shit. What happens to lost? What happens to lost works that just be out in the ether? Where did they go? I guess people just pick that shit up and throw that shit on YouTube.
This is why it's important.
Yeah.
Because you get into stuff like this.
Indeed. I know whoever got that and probably like the commercials with it and shit like that. Y'all some special folk for sure.
Yeah, but situations like this, physical is still important.
Absolutely. Always keep that in mind.
Yep.
So with that note, we go into episode 1. Going up.
Right, so episode we get our first intro to Jett as Silverstone.
Yep, Silverstone already, and we already into that Silverstone Riz.
Yeah, he out here flirting.
Yeah, he definitely he putting the mac sauce down.
Yeah, that's why she's like, yeah, he about to be there. The girl was like, nah, you gonna be a soccer player? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna be there. It's like, nah, you'll never show up. She's like, no, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, and he the man at school while he talking up to old girl. Everybody trying to talk to old Silverstone.
Yeah, so at this point, he get outside, he talks thing, and he see her doing the motorcycle.
Pull up on him.
He's like, he called, yeah, you miss your bus, Silverstone.
We about to deal with something else, Silverstone.
Listen, son done touched the sneakers, done turned the skate.
Shit, now keep that in mind. This is before the Heelys started popping. So the second he came out with this shit and they dropped the Heelys, bro, that shit was a game changer for the world.
Listen, son did a whole doing the head, son put out the ball and watch.
He done snatched a helmet off somebody to make the maneuvers and shit like that.
Son got iris recognition in his watch. Son calling the base like, yo, we got problems out here.
Yeah, when he called it out to the base, didn't he call it mom?
Yes, it's called mom.
Yeah.
Like, yo, mom, we got problems here. It's like, yeah, and like we got more problems here. It's like, look, I ain't making soccer practice up. So now he over here skating away in high chase by some dude on some motorcycle.
Yeah, he put that on mama and them.
Yep. And, like I said, whole action scene going on right now.
Oh, big time.
So it's like, oh, son bust out the Batman grappling hook.
Yeah.
And zip line.
Running through the market, hit the zip line, pull up on him. Dodge the dodges all the bikers and stuff like that coming at him.
Right, and then we get cut.
And that's when we realize we own a TV show.
Yeah, and here we get our first little brief intro to Jett's mom.
Yep.
And she giving that mom, it's like, you have my son.
Facts.
You already did anything like that again, I'm gonna whoop your
100% black mama on set trying to protect her baby. And Jett's so young that it's like he not gonna realize it now, and it's one of those things that you don't realize it until you're older, because a lot of people have said it, I think, on that documentary, that Quiet on Set documentary. This reminded me, like, this relationship instantly reminded me of that one kid that was talking about him and his mom's relationship on All That, when she was always trying to be defending him and shit like that, because this industry will snatch you and do some wild shit with you. And like the instantly I saw this scene, I was like, yeah, she doing the right job, bro. No matter how much she might piss you off on set, bro, she doing it right. And you'll realize that shit when you hit like 30. You'll be like, nah, my mom was trying to protect me from these freaking nasty.
Yeah, that's right. Like I say, you may not get it now, but you'll understand later.
Oh yeah, shit. Keep in mind, what was it? Jason Weaver to this day still get residuals on I Just Can't Wait to Be King, because his mom was making the maneuvers.
That's right, smart. Like, you can take the payout right now, or you get the residuals mom to give you.
And he's still eating to this day.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. That's real parent maneuvers. That's how you build that generational wealth, baby. Go ahead, go do that shit.
You gotta be smart about it. Like, do you want consistent money, or do you want the pump sum payout?
That's what we talk. That's literally what we talk about with being short term and the long term. She was playing the long term game, and she was right.
Yeah, mom knew that. Listen, I get this lump sum. That money gonna be gone.
Mama said you
play the long game.
Mama said
keep coming in. That money gonna change price.
Oh, facts. Mama said you can either eat something fancy today, or you can lay the foundation to make sure you can eat something fancy all the time.
Right? I know them residuals be helping. They may not be at this point, but they be helping.
Bro, it's gonna look real nice when a mystery bill pop up on your ass and you got this money to pay for it out of nowhere. You ain't even do nothing and you see this money coming. That is. What a bless. You will know you got an infinite money glitch.
It's like you got money coming in that you're still working to do other things. You do that money put that money here, you make that money work for you. It's like you have that cash flow, no matter how much it is, you got that coming in and you could do something with that.
Exactly. All right. Like you getting this money off of no time and no energy is absolutely phenomenal.
Yep.
That'll always be a blessing. Like what? What you mean? I
You
always
can
look at
always
this
make that
shit.
work for you, and that money work for you.
Absolutely.
So at this point, Jet having the interview with the reporter, and he's like, "Yeah, she's like, is you leaving the show?" He's like, "No, I'm not leaving the show. I'm just going back to North Carolina because I want to be a normal kid and have a normal life offset."
Yep.
And he's like, "Yeah, believe it's Hollywood's like,
There was like, how your mom gonna deal with it because she's staying behind. He was like, shit, I'm gonna miss my mama, but I gotta do me.
Yeah, mom be all right. No, she's not a reach.
So
go ahead.
So after all this, we get the opening. So what's your thoughts on the opening?
I always like Jett Jackson's opening. It's mellow.
That's what I said. It's a fine music at best, but it's mainly there to explain it.
Yeah. At this point, it went with the show.
Smooth. When we talk about nostalgia, that definitely for sure. The second that shit started, I was like, I remember this, and people people at that time will always they'll be like, oh, what you talking about? I am the famous Jett Jackson.
Yep.
Like it fits. It'll remember in the brain. It's just the looking outside of it. It's a basic layout. They'll tell you the premise of the show.
So at this point, Jett is headed back to North Carolina. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna head back to my hometown. It's gonna be a breeze.
Yep, and then you got instant him and the police escort.
Yeah, and then they drive it, and then they see the mob. He looks up. He's like, oh,
Jett, famous.
Yeah, like you come back to your little town, like, oh shoot.
But let's talk about him and the police escort, and they was talking about Jett was talking with the police officer about his family's split, and he was and the officer was getting all tissed up because he was conflating his mom with his mom's character on TV. He was like, I can't believe she did that to the sheriff. She divorced the sheriff and left him for some other nigga. Yeah. And this nigga was enthralled in the show. And he was like, nah, that's not real, bro. That's what my mom played on TV. They divorced for other reasons. Don't put that on my mama like she a hoe.
Right? He was feeling type of way.
He was feeling some type of way, and he didn't know. He was like, that's a TV show. He said, oh shit. Sorry, bro.
So
I didn't know.
Right? That's crazy, right? So
he said I had a beef against your mama because the sheriff is my man's. That's definitely my man's, and I don't like how your mama was moving. Right. She out here cheating with Dr. Ricardo. Right. It's like, nigga, that's a TV show.
Like, I'm about to send your mama a fan letter. Hold on.
He said he was about to write that shit like Riley. Dear you fugly skankly bitch.
Yeah, right.
How you do that to my mans? How you do that to the family? How you just gonna divorce and leave me behind? You don't know how much that's gonna affect me and Jett.
Now listen, they have this conversation. Like I said, we start to see the mob, and then we get our brief intro to Jett's dad, who's also works in the sheriff's office.
That's Big Sheriff, man.
Right, and then at the point, the mob that broke through.
They going big crazy. They get home and it's a mob of fans and all them niggas nuts.
Every last one of them, bro.
Especially that one in the front that was. She wanted that boy's baby tonight.
I'm like, my goodness.
She was riding. Absolutely died.
Yo, she
said nobody gonna hold me back from getting Jett.
I'm like, oh no, you one of those. Shit. Oh shit, like you are one of those.
They bust the line, chase the car, they spearing the sheriff. They give him a Braun Breaker spear.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the sheriff. They hit him with the whole spear.
Right. Then we see one dude chasing him, and we get our intro to his friend JB.
Yeah, run into JB and they old friend.
Right. They get them caught up.
So good thing they use Jett tells the cop to go on as a distraction to escape the mob.
Yeah, because they see the body. They go.
But then in the midst of that, they fucking around and almost get run over by another car that pull up.
Yeah. They're like, help. They're like, no. And the girl comes out, she's like, no, they're okay. And he was like, oh. And I mean, this is not interesting. Kayla, right?
I want to talk about that specifically when we recap this. I'll talk about this at the end of episode 2. But this is Hannah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm like,
Hannah and her dad, who is friends with JB, but she claims she don't watch TV.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay.
She trying to calm it down. She trying not to hype Jett and give him a big head or nothing like that because she don't watch TV. She don't know who this nigga is.
So we think.
Exactly.
Yeah. So at this point, she gives him a ride.
Yep. They had the ride in the back of the car. She's taking care of hay and a pig in the back of the trunk.
Yeah. They finally get to Jett's house. Yeah, Jett's talking.
Yeah, Jett trying to holler though.
Yeah. Definitely. He's like, yeah, I'm back. JB peep too. He's like, yeah.
He said, I see you, brother.
Right. So at this point, they're back to their house.
You see Grandma and them.
Grandma.
Yeah.
And then is with this.
Yep. Oh, big time. We're gonna talk about that. And then Sheriff Pops pull up.
Yep.
And they out here, him and his pops brought the crawlers, and they already planned a instant fishing trip. They ready to go out. Jet hype, Pops hype. They ready to go on, and then out of nowhere, boom. They both get called on an emergency.
Like,
Mom calling in, and the sheriff get a call on his beeper.
Oh, that's how you know we dating this thing now.
Shit, boy, this nigga got a call on one side. This nigga got a call from the beeper. He got the numbers on and shit. So you know it's an emergency.
Yeah, bro. Woo.
So they decided to pencil the fishing trip for another time.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go. He's like, yeah,
I gotta go too.
And JB already plotted.
Oh yeah, oh definitely.
And at this point, they want to see talk about some dead witch.
Yeah, they eat and discuss the weird people in the town. They investigating folk on presumptions of an old lady being a witch.
But she raises the dead. I'm like,
they flash a picture of the presumptions is the woman's a witch, and then we get a cut to like towards her house. We get somebody taking a picture of her, and she is alerted, but she sends her dogs right after them chasing. And this is our fully introduction to the crazy one known as Delilah. Delilah was over there at the witch's house trying to get a love potion so she could get Jet to go fall in love with her. Delilah is completely beyond the shits.
Oh yeah, Delilah.
She is #1 fan, bro. Hey there, Delilah. You crazy up in the city. Shit.
Delilah doing the most.
Delilah is the most. Delilah. If you look up most in the dictionary, Delilah gonna be right there.
Yeah, Delilah, you doing a lot.
So she go to Miss Skaggs and she trying to get a love potion off her. Miss Skaggs is the notorious witch that they talk about.
Skaggs.
So JB in the midst of planning. He trying to break the story. So he trying to get a hookup from Silverstone. He want to get the story, and then he was like, "I'm gonna use Silverstone's popularity to get by." And Jet feeling kind of some kind of way about that shit because he's like, "Bro, first of all, that's a TV show. Second of all, you're not gonna call me by my TV character. You know my name Jet. So I don't know what the fuck you calling me Silverstone for."
Yeah, right. Yep. And so at this point, they're trying to get a picture of her. JB done took the picture, the flash that went off. The lady done called her dog, and JB got the heck up out of there.
Yep. And when they get the hell up out of there, fucking Jet calls JB out on him trying to use him for his popularity and his status and stuff like that. And JB started getting defensive. He said, "You think I'm just trying to use you for your popularity shit like that? Like, why would I just use you? You ain't even that great, Silverstone." He's just mad. He's just mad defensive and just proving his point even further.
Yep.
That Jet can't even trust his old man. He said, "I'm gonna just do it myself."
Like you move real funny.
Oh, big time,
JB.
big time. You think I ain't the same mans that want to come and hang out with you? You try to use me, bro? Come on. So I thought we went back further than that. Come on, bro.
Right,
so he read JB the riot act, and then we cut to the next day. And the next day, Jet is woken up. Everybody talk about how JB is going missing.
Yeah, I was like, hold up.
Yeah, spooky shit. Grandma warning of the evil that's going around. Grandma like shit. Nah, I think them suckers got him in his sleep.
Right. So now we all wondering about JB. Like, yo, how long you been, bro?
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Been looking for you.
That shit crazy. They look all around for the boy, and he ain't nowhere to be found. And in the midst of that, a pig just pulls up and wanders around the house, and Jet and the rest of the team start to wonder if JB had just been transported into a pig by the witch lady.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, wow.
They said, JB, you in there? We gonna get you out, brother.
Yeah, I was like, woo. So they thought JB was the pig.
Facts.
Tell Hannah, to dispel that whole thing.
Hell yeah, cut that shit out because Hannah was quick to go over there and pick that thing back up.
Right? It's like, yo, what you got on you, yo? It's like, nah, the pig like popcorn.
Facts. So in the midst of that, they trying to explain all the shit that they went through with the sheriff, and the sheriff think this shit is a game. Like I ain't fucking with that shit. I don't believe what's going on with that shit right now.
Right? It's like that's not JB, bro.
Yeah. So Jet starts to talk to the pigs, but it ends up actually being Hannah.
All right. So now the hunt for JB continues.
Facts. Apparently the pig was following him because he had some popcorn in his pocket. And instantly when they said that, I said this reminds me of that episode with Gary, where Gary kept following Patrick because he had a cookie in his pocket.
Yep.
I was like, is that where they got that shit from?
And then as they going and thinking about it, beat up with crazy Delilah.
Yo, Delilah ran out of nowhere, and thank God Jet got some crazy ass reflexes, because she ran up to that nigga and threw love sand at him, and he stayed dodging that shit with the ones and the twos. He was like, bitch, what the fuck? Good thing. Yo, I know he got some experience in Hollywood with some nigga trying to throw something at him, because the way he was bobbing and weaving, he could have linebacker and take her shit down, bro. She then ran into the scene and said, my love, and threw that dust at him.
My love. I was like, oh Lord.
She on that Helga Pataki, bro.
Yo,
if Helga had that bag, bro, I'm telling you, she's smacking Arnold with that shit every single day. She said, "You're mine." She said, "You're mine." And the shrine is mine too, and I guarantee you, Delilah got a shrine too.
Oh man, that. Oh, the Helga. Whoo, boy.
Absolute. She
nice.
wants some Silverstone, baby.
Listen.
But but he asked for the help of the team, so they start to lock in and they help together to go find JB.
Yeah. Like, come on, we gotta find JB, bro.
Everyone start helping everyone. Like, JB is stuck down at so they find JB down. He's stuck kind of further down into a cave. I don't know how the fuck he get down there. Probably like slip and fall and rolling into that shit, but that shit crazy.
Yep.
So Jet talks about being afraid heading down. He hooked the grappling hook and shit like that so he could try and go down and help his friend. But Hannah presses Jet on being afraid. She said Silverstone would never be afraid. And this nigga turned around. He said, I thought you ain't watching TV. I thought you ain't having TV and shit like that. She was like, man, don't get it into your head. It's not like I obsess over like, you know, the specific details and shit like Silverstone be doing. Jet also talk about how that shit is only a show, bro. Somebody cut if it get too crazy. Now y'all want me to hop in a black hole to go save people? Like, you dead ass?
Hop in a black hole. Go.
Shit is crazy, man.
Yeah.
So like right before he goes down into the pit, his agent starts calling and shit like that. He trying to avoid all call or contact and shit like that when he doing his business out here. Yeah. So he ignores that and starts heading out.
Yep, he ain't got no time for that. I'm like, oh yeah, my grappling hook phone. Yeah, hold on.
Yep, he got between that, working with that. He tries with his shoelaces, like freeing that so he can match that together so he can have a clear road to go see the movie for sure.
So he's like, let's down here.
Yeah, so he trying to see what's going on. He trying to aim to go get his friend. He aims, but it don't work. Jet tries with his shoelace and it maneuvers. Hannah talking about what Silverstone would do, but she ain't a fan. I said, I wrote in my notes, I said, Hannah talk about what Silverstone would do, but she ain't a fan. Fuck out of here.
Right. It's okay. We see you, Hannah.
Yeah, trying to be a low-key fan, trying to not pump him up, but you know you want it. She was like, yo, Silverstone can handle it, but he said, yo, I'm just Jet. So he tries to maneuver to save JB. And like in the midst of him making his way over to JB, he apologizes and he wants to make up for his least behavior that he was going on shit, that he's around and shit like that to make it work.
He tried to apologize. Look, if you don't grab my hand, man.
Yeah, bro. We can have this conversation where we're not dangling to our death.
Yes. And the JB over there hangling. I'm coming.
Yeah, he made that shit work.
Hang on,
shit.
Yeah.
JB making all kinds of mess and stuff like that. Jet slides down further to save him.
Yep.
He's like, tell my mom I love her. And then this nigga Jet's response was, tell her yourself.
Right? Yeah.
Jet was with the shits. He was like, bro, you're not. It was like, bro, you're not about to put that shit on me, bro.
Yeah. At this point, I got JB that grabbed everything.
Yeah. Jet helps JB pull up by the belt that is non-existent.
At this point. He's like JB, let's get up out of here, please.
Facts got me stressed.
Right? So they finally get JB out of the hole.
Yeah, the police pull up at his dad.
Then Pop show up.
Yeah, I was like, bro, come on, son. Pops make it late to the commune and shit like that, pull them all out. And then right as everybody secured the safe over the ledge and shit like that, here comes Delilah with more love sauce.
right? I'm like, yo, Delilah, what the hell? I'm like, what the hell, Delilah? Well, she can't say she's not persistent.
Oh no, she definitely with the shit. So Delilah drops, she drops the love sand down in the hole, and she said, she like, you're all mine, you're mine.
Yo, Delilah is something else, bro. Like, how many 5 stay there? What is on her?
Pops,
like, you wait for it.
Yeah, Pops got her the fuck up out of there. He put her crazy ass out.
Right.
So like the next day, everybody good, everybody out the cave and shit like that. The next day, Jett was sleeping and he's ready to go, waking up to Pops and Jeff ready to just enjoy the day pretty much.
Right, and then here comes some reporters. How to get in?
Shit, y'all. Yeah, that's a good question because she just walked through the front door. Y'all need to lock y'all fucking door.
Right.
I said somehow the news crew pulls up to his house in North Carolina, which I don't know how the fuck y'all found that out.
Right. Like, Dad, we supposed to be going fishing. Like, yeah, he's like, can my friends be okay? And he's rolling. And I guess this is the beginning of the new life thing.
Yeah, man. That's like the news reporters ask him what he about to do. He trying to enjoy himself, but then JB takes over completely.
Of course.
That ends the show off with the theme, which is a regular theme for ending. But what's your first impression of the first episode, co-host?
I enjoyed what it was. I've always enjoyed Jett Jackson, so it's like going back to this was a nice go.
Agreed. I said, show is a double act of a kid in and out his role as a superstar, and it balanced him well. It's really a star-driven thing, and Lee is the person driving this with his good personality. Jeff has true potential here, and he was just so damn young. He was a kid, man, when this shit started. You don't forget, sometimes you remember Jett Jackson as being like in high school or some shit like that. Nah, they was just starting middle school for that shit. Imagine dealing with all that shit as a middle schooler.
That's what I'm saying. Whew.
Hell, nope. Shit sound crazy.
Like I said, I've always said, I'm never famous. I just want to be rich.
I want to have sustainable ass income that'll handle all my shit. I don't even need to be rich. I just need to handle all my shit.
They're like, do you want to be rich?
Oh, 100%. 100% be incognito, and I got this money and living my best life. Like,
right, I wouldn't have to, everything taken care of. I can go live my merry life. Nobody about nothing. I be working that shit.
Exactly.
That's the goal.
Yeah, with all this money in my pocket and not knowing. Exactly.
I don't want that.
Big fact. So
that's how you get Delilah.
True.
I don't know what's that.
True. She was certainly something else. So we switch over back into episode 2. The episode 2 is titled "Who's the Man?"
So we open up to the grandma and pop busting into Jen's room, and Jen's just sitting there talking to his mom on the screen.
Well, homie was screaming and shit like that. So them barging in, maybe anything could have happened. They didn't know.
They're like, "Is Delilah back?"
Vax, is she up in your room?
Right?
Is she talking about I'm having your babies or some shit like that? Like, bro.
And then her mom they just talking shop at this point.
Yeah, it's kind of a nightmare that Cody was going through in a collective mom first attitude at a Brandy.
Yeah.
It's going crazy out of there. All the commotion of the family.
Yeah, they just like, whoo.
Yeah, facts. So he getting nervous and he kind of had a nightmare and stuff like that. He ready to go off into school.
Yeah, that's gotta be
yeah. It's definitely a nerve wracking, but he had a level of excitement that obviously JB didn't. You're like, you excited to go to school? What's wrong with you, fella?
He's like, yeah, I'm upset. It ain't the same.
Yeah, he want to interact with real people, man.
Yeah.
His little mind is refunctioning and forming all about a mile a second. Like, come on, man.
Think about the adjustment you have to make.
It must be any kind of crazy for that shit.
Right? Think about it, right? Like, you probably used to take a class set. Now you're in a regular life.
Ideally, it would be like less personal than. Well, yeah. Ideally, it would be less personal than you having like a one-on-one just in general, though.
But he has some good friends, so it makes it a little easier.
Exactly. So back to the episode in question. He was running lines with his mom, getting her ready for stuff while he's getting ready for school and stuff like that.
Yep.
No, they ran into a couple that was showing right at the outskirts, and so after he running lines and stuff like that, he get ready for school, and then the banter between Jett's father and his mother was going back and forth. They was talking like they're civil ex and co-parenting and stuff like that, which is something to see in the 90s for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they have a sweet goodbye, and then they play the opening, which is the same vibes.
Yeah.
And Jet and JB going into school, and like we were saying earlier, they got different perspectives of going into school.
And JB's like, that's yes, yeah.
JB going through his stuff, and they head off to Wilstead Middle School.
Wilstead Middle School. You know what? Sidebar in this, I always wondered what it would be like to go to school in a small town.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I've always been curious about that. I know it's like going here in the city. That's its own experience.
Definitely.
But I always wondered what this suburban school life is actually like.
I mean, what would you imagine it to be like?
You know what? I don't know. My only reference is what I see on TV. I know that's not the full scope. So that's why I'm like, I always wondered what this would actually be like as a kid. It's just one of those sidebar things that I always think about.
Heck yeah. Like it's definitely a what if kind of moment.
Like China City, this type of environment.
So smash cut back into the episode. We got JB and Jet there, and they start to get followed, grabbed, and then mugged by the school bullies and stuff like that.
It's the mob from episode 1.
Yeah. Shit. So one guy gets jealous, Jet trying to get away, but he ends up in the girls' bathroom because he's being chased all around by crazy extra fans out here.
Right. Delilah, you got competition.
Facts. So this is where Jet meets Kayla West, and she got some snark and some angst to her.
Yeah, she do. She's like she ain't feeling this at all.
So in the midst of that stuff, she blows up. They get to talking, and then right when they leave in the bathroom, she blows up his whole spot and leaves him for the hungry ass bull fast fans.
Right. She's like, you can tell her demeanor. She's like, oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm. But then in the next scene, we see Kayla getting hounded by a couple of guys as well.
Yeah. Introduce herself. Like, I know who you is.
So Jet ends up pulling up into the class, and some guy acts like he shouldn't have protected him.
Yeah, this dude was looking snarky little bit earlier. Like
they just working through it and stuff like that. Yeah. So we get the teacher comes in to control the class and stuff like that, but that's barely working. But Jet phone goes off in class, but the teacher not having any of that snatches his phone up right before, and she says you can get this back at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She did take his phone.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So teacher comes into control of the class, and then Jet phone goes off. And then she grabbed that shit off, and she's snatching up phones all around and stuff like that. He having a big problem on his first day already.
Yep, classic.
Yeah, big time. JB starts to see a blooding respect and kinship between Jet and Paul start to create. So JB not liking any about that.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to focus on the teacher for 1 second, yo, because I was just getting flashback. Because Jet over here talking on the phone. Hey, teacher, she pull up. She looking at him with 1,000 daggers, and he just like, yo, what?
She giving that cornbread hand extend motion, the way how she trying to get that phone. She said, I ain't going too far with that shit. Pass me the phone. I mean, big time shit.
And your mama gonna be like, what you did?
Mm-hmm.
She gonna be like, hold up, listen, what you did.
And that's a fact on that.
Yeah. All right. That's on.
Yeah. So once again, JB now fucking with the budding friendship of Paul, and he's like, yo, something feel fishy about this guy.
Hey, keep an eye on this Paul. Yeah.
Yeah. He big shady off of that.
Right.
So Jet talks about this shit had me laughing because he was talking about being at a party with Arnold rapping, and when he started to communicate how Arnold sounded like, I said Jet started to sound Jamaican with his accent. So JB and Jet dip from more fans, and then you got on the mid side Paul, that jealous trying to bag all the women, at once popular kid in school. He bugs Kayla with Jet and JB beside him, but that shit don't work.
Not at all.
So Paul's kind of a nepo kid because his dad is the mayor, and he talks about uplifting expectations for the family.
Yeah, I knew something.
Oh, big time. So in the meantime, we got a part with Kayla. She a horseback rider, and the horse's name is Hurricane.
Oh, listen, you here for Hurricane?
Big time, because there's a hurricane running through this shit for sure. So Paul's trying to split them, but it don't work. He inviting folks all to his ranch and shit like that. He invites Jett, but he like, yo, I don't know about JB though. All these side eyes like, what you doing? What you doing? But yeah, Jett agreed to go despite everyone else saying no because he interested in stuff like that. And then next thing you know, we got a report in the school that says, yeah, like someone stole his phone and that he should like check his locker room and shit like that. And then when they open up the locker room and find the phone in there, the teacher's first assumption is, oh, that little motherfucker went inside my desk and take out some shit for herself for sure. So we got
set up.
Yeah, big time. You wondering who the fuck set him up for sure?
I know who did it. I have a suspect.
So yo, the news report came out and they started talking about the news article with the famous Jett Jackson on that shit, and some hating ass white folk was talking about we see the real Jett Jackson now. Are you serious?
Oh, haters!
It's the racism.
Jett was going through it, and then they called the sheriff. Shit.
So in the midst of that, JB is still wondering about Paul and stuff like that. JB out here wondering about Paul. He was like something about that guy, that vibe, all about him ain't straight. Jett stressing this normal life, but JB plotting on him and scheming to, make their next maneuvers for sure. So in the midst of that, celebrity tours pull up to see Jett at his house, but he not with it. He not trying to be annoyed at this. Yep. So
Jett ain't with it. He already feeling the type of way.
Facts. So JB asked Kayla to help to expose Paul, and she kind of on board with that shit.
She don't like Paul anyway. She
said, "Fuck Paul, I can make this work."
Right? It's like she already threatened to punch him in the face earlier. So
you making that shit work and stuff like that. Make that shit work to the best of his ability and stuff like that. So Kayla exposes JP true feelings on Jett and Paul in the little situation that they do. How JB just wants his friend back and stuff like that. He feel like he can feel the rift coming between them for sure. So so he talks to his dad already, and his dad's stressed, and he's like, "Yo, I want to go back to LA," but his dad's like, he starts to press him on, "Oh, if you run out, that's probably you running out on a problem for sure."
Yep, it ain't gonna get no easier.
Nah, but you keep on trucking.
Like here in Hollywood, it ain't gonna get no easier. Or to say same type of situations out there too.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. So we'll see how that works out for them. Furthermore, because all three of them is about to be locked up pretty much, right? Yep. So on the next part and stuff like that, we got Grandma talking to Jett. He ready thinking about moving already and stuff like that, but she's like, "Y'all, nah, calm down. We love having you here."
Yeah, girl, you already know.
Oh, fact. That's Grandma life for sure. So we got Paul and Kayla get to talking about exposing secrets and stuff like that, and JB gets Jett and them set the trap where Paul confesses about the actions of all he did, trying to ruin the life of Ryan. They're trying to ruin the life of Michael B. Jordan for sure.
Oh man,
yeah, and all that stuff. But yeah, JB gets Jett, and they set the trap where Paul confesses about the action. The dream team got it, and Paul gets sent to the principals because they got him all locked up in this stuff. Jett staying, but the teacher took the phone again.
Of course.
Yeah. So they watch the cars on the weekends. JB and Jett, they get into a water fight to close out the episode because they getting their life back together. They getting their maneuvers back together. Kayla's more formulated into the team and stuff like that. So the ending theme plays and the same vibe goes. So what's your final impression on this second episode and the series in general?
Said the town vibe, that especially coming from someplace like Hollywood, big city area down this little area, but seeing the interaction with Jett and his friend, also a whole, and I enjoy it. It's a break the vibe to see.
Yeah, and following up, I can tell what seems like So I wanted to bring this up. There's definitely, I want to say the first episode was 100% more of the pilot, and then the second episode was definitely like them getting more to form, because you notice how there was like no mention of Hannah. Like there was definitely a maneuver that was made between that first episode, because Hannah was definitely supposed to be the stick around interest, and then he ran into this chick Kayla, and it's like, oh, I feel like Kayla was supposed to be the first girl, but they was testing out the first girl, and then I don't think it worked out.
Maybe
I think that's how they made the maneuver around and stuff like that, because Hannah definitely felt like she was going to be that will they won't they kind of ideal love interest, and then that's how they maneuvering all around.
Maybe like those Ash powers.
Probably.
That we
Probably.
saw once and we never heard from again.
That screams pilot season to me.
Yeah.
She got an opportunity, it didn't work out, and they was like, "Hey, you want to be here?" And she said, "Yeah." But
Absolutely.
yeah, so you can tell what's the difference between the pilot and the first episode I actually worked on. Once again, some feelings about
Who else we didn't see this episode?
Who? Oh, true that. So maybe Delilah was sent from a whole different show. Maybe they said, "Yo, Delilah too wild and that love potion shit a bit too crazy."
Right.
But yeah, once again, same feelings about that last and this. Would I continue? Maybe a good coming of age story just in general for this Famous Jett Jackson stuff for sure. Would you recommend this, co-host?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I need somebody to figure out the rights so they can put it on streaming somewhere.
Facts. Shit, I'm surprised Tubi ain't snatched this up.
Hey, Tubi. Woo.
Yeah, Tubi get to work, bro.
Right,
they grab up
Tubi.
everything. So Tubi make that shit
Figure
work.
it out.
Get the rights, put that shit up big time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll close the book on the main event segment of the evening. The preview, the next review episode, we'll be back in Down with BMP, Black Morph of Power. We doing Ranger / Sentai things. I think it's that time. My recommendation for us to review this upcoming next review will be a Ranger series that captures the heart and minds of further stuff. So we did the counterpart of it before, and it was called Mega Force, and it was a bummy adaptation off of that. We said fuck all that, so we're gonna be doing Go Kaiser. We're gonna be doing the Japanese Sentai adaptation of that one, which is obviously in super the better one. So we'll be able to see all them ranges and all that shit and all in its good glory and stuff like that. So we can watch the taste out of Mega Force and Super Mega Force out of our minds.
Wait, did you just tell me what Seymour Gosei? Is that what you said?
No, actually no. That's not this is on the right side of history. So no, we will not be dealing with no Gosei.
Okay. All right.
Woo. No, this is Go Kaiser. We'll be doing that. No Gosei involved, no Gosei brand.
Okay.
The only Gosei we might get is if they pull up with any of the ranges that was in the Gosei season, but this ain't that one.
Okay.
We dealing with pirates. Don't worry about that. We'll be dealing with the real pirates here, so don't worry about that. We going with the Go.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm with you. I'm with you for now.
Yep. Well, you'll be with me when we check out the show in general as well.
Okay. All right.
I'm
on board for now.
All right. Well, on that note, you know what time it is. Somebody's got a lot of opinions that he like to share, and we got to bring him back up to the podium for his time and his rant. You know what it is.
All right.
All right. Together. All right. Let's get this popping. Okay. Here we go. Let's get him up. What's up, y'all? You know what time it is. Jordan Corner in the building. And this week, I just got to talk about all the stuff that was changing and shaking the nation out here. I see all y'all using and not respecting out here. Y'all got those AI Muppets going all and down, up and down y'all timeline, turning everybody into freaking Muppet. They out here on some BS, stealing the jobs of us working Muppet folk and all our puppet folk and all our puppet brethren out here trying to make a living with our funny ass faces. And look at all y'all just generating that shit. Y'all all look yellow tinted and dumb as fuck. Leave the Muppet work for the professional. Thank you.
Listen, I thought you'd be down with the bigger gang.
Nah, that gang is stealing all popularity. If everybody all change themselves to Muppets, then they ain't gonna be no specialty to our Muppet flow.
Don't worry, you still get us a pillow.
See. Now, if everybody's a Muppet, everybody gonna need a pillow though.
Like I said, that is true. That is very much true.
Exactly. They stealing our stuff out here, and they ain't got no respect. And all them Muppets end up looking all the same out here with y'all yellow tinted asses. Cut that shit out. AI is for the birds, and they stealing our job. Jordan out. All right, man, son. I told you, man. I know Jordan go pull up and he gonna be asking some questions about that AI stuff. You know, he gonna be bothered. You know, he always got the anger and the rage towards some of his puppet and Muppet brethren out there, but it's time for them to band together against that AI nonsense. They was like, we saw that Muppet shit. He saw that specific thing, that shit you said about that Booker T, and he said, man, get out here, man. That Muppet bullshit. Come on. He saw that shit. And he said, now tell me you just didn't send that.
Oh yeah.
See, nah, he said don't be pulling up. He said don't be pulling up with that oh shit. Nah, man. He said it's gonna be on like a pot of neck bone.
Oh man.
Said he don't fuck with that at all. But yeah, all right. So since we had Jordan's Corner, on that note, we gotta tell y'all where y'all can find us. Indeed, we got an email set up at blerdbynature@gmail.com, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Blerd By Nature, Twitter/X at Blerd By Nature. Nature spelled Nature. Co-host, hit us with the YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube by searching for Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Yes. And we are available on all podcast platforms all around. We are working back in the backlog. Our systems is messing with us all around and stuff like that. It ain't trying to make us be great and put out the goods and stuff like that. Co-host, have you been able to mingle with some of the new stuff that was said from before? Have you been able to see if anything
making progress? Progress.
All right. Ideally, that's the hope, that we can maneuver what we can with what we got. But we're working through the backlog. We ain't lazy. We chilling out here, but we definitely trying to work through the backlog and stuff like that. So episodes is coming out when they coming out. As we are recording right now, our current episode out is the last one you put out was the Soul Eater one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So Soul Eater and more to come. Any final notes before I hit the outro, co-host?
Nah, take us home.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us today from Black Thought to Nerd Power. This is Nicholas, Mr. Go With The Flow.
And this is the man with the plan, Maurice.
And this was another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Thank you for listening, everyone. And until next time, peace.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out for the poly.
Oh yeah, they coming for you like vampires.